Then I will start. So
Okay.
this is the first we will start with archiving. Have you knowledge about the archiving? Any information about the archiving?
No, no.
Okay. Just like this is a window machine. You have a message that is called archive. What is this? WinRAR zip. And we have another message WinRAR zip archive. Archiving means
Archiving
we can
is
combine
like
more than one file in a single file by using the zip and by using the rar. Zip is the default archiving functionality in Windows, just like that. So suppose we have this particular uh, this we have this particular folder and we want to archive this. Suppose at this time it has the size of 2.2 GB. So we have lot of files and we want to archiving this particular folder. It means we want to compress this, we want to archive this. So we just send compress zip folders. So this is a archiving utility by default that is used in Windows. Just the same way we use the archiving functionality in Linux also. So by using this particular functionality, we can combine more than one files and folders in a single file. So it just work as a single file. Suppose this is a my file. This is, and I want to archive this. What I will do? Just do. So it will create another copy. This is we create an archive file for this particular file. So it will create another copy. So it is just also used to create the backup. When this original file will delete, we can restore from this particular. We can extract from this particulars. When we open this, we have a file. We can add more than one files in this. Suppose we want to add any file in this, so we can add. So this is the functionality of. So we have two files in this particular single file. So this like this particular way we can also use the functionality in Linux. In Linux, which command we will use? tar. So in this we use the tar functionality. So we use the tar. Tar is a command that is used to create the archiving file. So by using this particular command we can use the archiving functionality. So archiving means and compressing files are useful when creating backup and we want to transfer a file, transferring data across a network. When we transfer, it will be compressed when we archiving any particular file. With tar, users can gather large set of files into a single archive file. So by using, we can create a single file of multiple files. So this provides the functionality. And tar archive is a structure sequence of files data mixed with metadata about each file and an index so that individual files can be extracted. We can extract individual file because it saves the data in a sequential format. Just like we want to extract this particular file, so we can extract this. Suppose if I have deleted this particular file, this is the file. If we have no, we have deleted this file, then we can extract this particular file also. How this? Then extract. But this is only a graphical functionality. In the same way we can use in Linux. So we have a backup in this, so we can extract. So this is the functionality of archiving and creating the backups. So we can compress the data by using these three functionality. We can use these three functionality. The first one is gzip, the second one is bzip2, and the last one is exec functionality. These three functionality are used in Linux to compress any file. So by using this, we can compress. These are the three functionality. So we can use. These are some options of tar. If we want to create the tar file, we can use C option. And we want to extract the tar file, we can use X option. And we want to list, we want to check how many files and folders are in an archiving file. So we can use these three options. Mostly this and this option mostly used. And we can also use these functionality. Hyphen V means we want to check the file is archived or not. We can use V option. And we want to create the archive file, then we can use this option. And we want to preserve the permissions, so we can use this particular option. So these are other options that are used with tar functionality. And these are the compression functionality. If we want to compress any file by using gzip, we can use Z option. And we want to compress by using bzip2, we can use -g option. And we want to compress the file by using the exec, we can use J in a capital letter. So these are three functionality that are used in a Linux machine. So these are some options that are used with tar. So tar is a functionality that are used to create an archiving file. So this is the theoretical portion. Then I will show you the demonstration how I can use this. So hello. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Yes. So
okay. Suppose we have any file or folder in this. So we list by using the ls. So now we have a file, this jet1. We copy some data in this location. Slash etc is a, we have more than -rvf. And in this current location, we copy this particular folder in this particular current location. So we can use this particular folder as an archive because it has multiple files and multiple folders. So I can check the file is archived or not. So it has many files and folders that are copied in a current location. And the ls. And this is my folder. And you can check, we have lot of files in this. These are the files and some folders here and some link also here. So we have lot of data in this. And we want to check how much size it has. We can use du -sh then etc. What is the size of this particular folder? This is the size of this particular folder. And we want to compress this also, and we want to create an archive file of this. So what I will do, so we can use tar. Tar is a functionality, tar is a command that is used to create the archive file of any files or any folder. Okay, so we can use this. Tar. And after then we can use -c for create, V for verbose, F for file. So we want to create an archive file. Then give the name of the archive file. Suppose my etc. This is the name of the archive file. Dot. Then provide the extension. This is the extension, that is a tar. And what is the data that you want to create the archive file, that you want to use in an archive file? So use this particular folder for archiving. So this is the command. This is tar. Then we want to create a tar file. So use C, V for verbose, F for file. This is my file name. The file name is etc tar. And give name, then the extension should be dot tar. And we want to create the tar of this particular source. So this is a name, this is my source, and this is to create. So now my archiving file has been created. So we can check. This is my archive file, and this is my original folder. And this work as a file, not a folder. This is a folder, and this is as a file. We can check. So now we can check. This is just work as a original file. So this is a archive file, and we want to list this particular archive file. So we can't use my etc. We can't use this because ls is used to check how many files and folders in this. So we use tar functionality to list, not like this. And we want to check what is in this. We want to check. So we use T. What we use? T for list. What is the data that contained in this particular archive file? We use T. So we can use this as a listing. V for verbose, same, F for file. So this is the data that contained in this particular archive file. So this is the functionality to create. How we can create the archive file? By using this particular command, we can create an archive file. And by using this particular functionality, we can list the archiving file. We can list this particular functionality. So these two functionality used to create, and this functionality used to list. So this is the command to create, and this is the command to list. And we want to extract the data from the archiving file. So what I will do, suppose this data has been deleted, and what is the functionality to extract the etc folder from this particular file? Suppose we remove this particular. So now you can check my original data, my original folder has been deleted. So what is the functionality to extract the data from the archive file? So this is my archive file from which we want to extract my data. Extract means just reverse functionality. It means we can copy all the data from this particular file to on any location. So what is the functionality to do this? We can use here in the X, V is the same, F is the same, from which this particular file. So we can extract, then enter. All the data will be copied from this particular archive file to your original location where you are working. So this is my location. Here all the data will be copied. It means all the data is extracted. So this is the functionality to restore the data from this particular archive file. So this is the data. From this particular file, we can extract all the data. So this is the functionality to create the archive file, list archive file, and to extract data from the archive file. So this is the functionality. If you have any doubt in this, so please tell me. Hello. Have you any doubt in this? In these two functionalities, create, list, and the extract. Any doubt? Hello. Any doubt in this?
It's clear.
Okay. So now we will move to the another functionality, that is compress. What is the means of compression? Have you understand this word? What is the means of this
Yes.
compress?
Compress, it is like to reduce size of
Yes. So this is the functionality to reduce the size of the data. Suppose any file and folder have the size. It is a 20 MB. If any particular file has the size just like a 20 MB, when we compress this, the size will be reduced. So it is used to reduce the size.
Yeah.
And when we want to transfer this particular file and the size will be reduced, this will be copied in a less time. So we can reduce large amount of data. So the data, when we transfer the data, it will take a less time. So we reduce this. So we want to compress any archive file also. Archive file. Suppose at this time, what is the size of this particular file? So we can check -h. So this has the size of 26 and this is the size of the original folder. So we can check du-sh etc. This is the size of original folder and this is the size of my archive file. It reduced the size but less, not just like, because we don't use this in this archiving functionality, not use this in compression functionality. If we use compression functionality, it has the less size like this. We want to create the archive file at the same time we want to archive this. What is the functionality? This is the functionality to create at the same time we want to compress this. We can use -z option. So z option is used to create the file archive. And which functionality do you want to use? Z means gzip. So use gz. When we, this is the archive file functionality. Extension for archive file is this, and this is the extension for the compress. When we want to compress this, use this particulars. So this is for gzip, gzip, gzip functionality. We have three functionality. We can use bzip2 also, and we can also use xz. These are three compression functionality. First, use this. When we want to use this particulars, we can use which option? -z. And we want to use this particular functionality, we can use -j option. And we want to use this particular functionality, we can use -j in a capital letter. So this is the functionality to create the archive file. And we want to use first this. So use this particular, and this is my archive file name, and this is the compression functionality. And we want to create the archiving of this particular folder. So this is my source. This source will be created as an archive file and compress the same time. At the same time, it will create an archive file and also compress this particular folder. So now you can check. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello, sir.
Yes. So what is the use of this? Please tell me. What is the use of this particular -z?
I don't know.
So can you tell me the use of this? As I have told you earlier. So please tell me. I have told this. Suppose if you use, okay. So what is the use of -z? -z means we want to compress the archiving file by using the ggzip functionality. What is the use of ggzip? This is the ggzip functionality, and this is the bgzip functionality, and this is the xz functionality. Xz by using the -g option. So this is ggzip. So now you can check this. If you want to check, you can check this. So this file will be created and compressed with ggzip. So you can check the size. What is the command to check the size? This is the command. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can use ggzip. So how much size you can check? This is my original size. This is the folder, and this is the size for the archiving file only. So you can differentiate. What is the size of this particular? The data is same. In this the data same, in this the data same, in this the data same. All three files. This is a file, and this is a folder, and this is a file. In this data will be same. So this has the size of 6.1, and this is the size of 29 MB, and this is the size of 26 MB. So it will be reduced. How much size? You can check. 20 MB. So you can check 23 MB. It will reduced. So this is the functionality. When we transfer this file and when we transfer this file, which file will take long time? This. So have you checked this? So have you any doubt in this command? Hello. So any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. So I will use the another command. If we use J, what it will do? Check here. What it will do? When we use J option in the place of Z, so what it will do? It will compress the folder, this particular folder, by using this particular functionality. The functionality will be BZ2. So this is used for bzip2. This is the compression functionality. So it will create the archive file, compress the same time. This is my archive file name. This is the functionality for the compression, and this is my folder name. So now you can check. So now you can check the data will be compressed. So now we will check how much size we have at this time. So bzip2. So now you can check what is the size. 4.5 MB. So this is the latest functionality, and this is the old functionality. dot ggip. So now you can check the difference between bzip2 and ggip, and this is the latest. This is recently that is used J. It means bzip2. It's a xz functionality. This is xz functionality. When we use xz in the place of this, J means xz functionality. So it will reduce more and more, but it will take a time to compress the file and folder same time. So now I will check what is the size of this particular. So we can check the size of this. So how much size? bzip also and ggip also. So now you can check. This is the latest. First, it is used, and recently we use this. And this is the latest functionality, XZ, extended zip, bzip2 and ggip. All of your manual page compressed with ggip functionality. So have you any doubt in this? Hello? Have you any doubt? Landry? Any doubt in this? Hello? 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 Any doubt? Hello? Then we will move to another function. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So have you any doubt in these?
No, clear.
So I will take a test with 2 minutes. So tell me what is the use of, tell me any 5 command that you have learned, that you have memorized. So tell me only 5 command Linux that are used in a Linux. Only 5 commands. Tell me the name.
SH.
5 command name.
SH.
SH.
Yeah.
So what is the use of SH? What is the use of SH? Tell me another command name. So I will discuss it when you told the another command. So this is your first command. Tell me the another command name. Second command.
Another second command.
So give the name. Tell me. What is the second command? This is your first command. So this is a small test for you. Because as I think you are sleeping or waking up.
On my bed, only on bed.
Okay, okay. So tell me the name of the second command. Because I have told you more than 50 command. So only give only 5 command that you have remembered. Any 5 command. So please. This is your first command. What is the second command? Please give me 4 name of the commands. Hello.
Yes, hello.
हाँ जी. So please give me the four name of the commands. Rest four commands. It is your test. Five commands. Touch. Okay. What is the use of touch? What is the use of this touch command?
Because I forget.
So give me third command name.
Third command name.
You can tell me any command that I have told you. Hello.
Yes, hello.
So any command, tell me. Third
Yeah,
command name.
yeah.
हेलो.
Yes, hello.
हाँ जी, बताइए. टेल मी. I will tell you. What is this?
Yeah.
mkdir. And your fourth command, you can use cp. 5, you can use mb. So there are a lot of commands then you can use. So it's my personal request to you. So please focus on these commands. So you should have learned more than 50 commands. So on daily basis, use learn any 5 command. So within a 10 days, you will able to perform 50 commands. Mostly we used in 50 commands, general used.
Okay.
So first, it's your homework for you. So please first install your RHL operating system, then do practice. Okay, it's my
Yeah.
personal request to you. So first install
Okay.
RHL 8 operating system, then do
Okay.
practice. When you do practice, all command will be memorized because Linux is a command line operating system and all the work will depend on the practice. When you do practice, the commands will automatically recognized. You can recognize any command. Okay.
Okay.
So we will move to another topic, that is SCP, rsync. So these are the rest two commands in this particular chapter. So this chapter will be completed when we perform SCP and rsync. So have you ready for this?
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Continue.
okay, okay. So now we will start.